You can almost hear the noise coming from the nearby French Quarter. And they're being just as loud inside Caesars Superdome here in New Orleans. Not a kicker or a punter here, Brock. It's safety Justin Reed to get this one going. And we're underway in Caesars Superdome. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Carried by Brooks to start the drive. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Running once more with Brooks. He was descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. That play wrapped up by Demario Davis. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Daniels. And that's incomplete, and he's happy to have that one fall compared to, well, the alternative. It looked like it was going to be picked there.
Hey, Kate, you feeling lucky? Well, the quarterback is, because he just dodged a major turnover. That was an easy pick that was simply dropped.
Complete beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Play fake here, Daniels. He's got it near the 8. And he's in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ballgame.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flight. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. This is Alvin Kamara with it. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And the Saints are going to have a 1st down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Another run for Kamara. And he gets him around 6 there. A.J. Terrell making that stop. He gets a half dozen on the carry. That's also going to bring up 3rd and 6.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
To the air, 3rd and long. He's going to dump this one off to the fullback, complete. And he's brought down for a loss.
I'll tell you, that is a humbling moment to see a completed 3rd down pass actually go backwards instead of towards the sticks.
Defense just needs to hold them short. It's 4th and 7. They're going for this. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Quan Martin with the pick. And he's going to go. It's a pick 6. So now it's 13-zip, Brock, and they've got to be even happier knowing that multiple phases of their game contributed to this lead early on.
Yeah, I'm going to guess the defense probably not going to keep up with the offensive scoring touchdown for touchdown, but you can't script a better start.
14, Saints nothing. Austin Sniper set to kick off.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Getting right back to it after that interception. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Rattler. He's on the move. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Defense, relentless on that play. As some of them closed in on that pocket, the others took away the easy throwing lanes, and they really influenced that incomplete pass.
Third and long for him here. Into the hands of Olave. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. They've got a man in motion. Wideout's getting involved in the ground game. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Can I have a moment, Kate? Just a moment to marvel at how well they reacted to that play on defense. They were all over it from the start, getting behind the line to blow up a play that how many times do we see as highlight reel touchdowns going the other way?
Here's 2nd and 14. Makes the grab in bounds left side. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's good for a New Orleans 1st down. They're set up at the 35 now.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Now Rattler. Catch made by Alvin Kamara. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And the Saints are going to have a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
They run it from the gun with Kamara. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They give on 2nd to Kamara. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. It's a pickup of 3. They're going to need 3 more now on 3rd down.
3rd and 3.
They just get the play on. Escapes the pocket. Ooh, that looked like a pick for a second, but it hits the end zone grass. They are very fortunate to get this one back, but now they've got 4th down. We're back for the 2nd quarter. Saints in possession of the football. They're looking at 4th down, but inside field goal range, so they could get 3 here. Buys time, rolling right. He's running for it. He drives this down to the 8 before going out. The right call came in at the right time. Give him 9 yards and a successful conversion on 4. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. They'll run with Kamara. Is in. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints make it a 1-score game in the 1st half. Alvin Kamara, the touchdown. Here's Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Saints chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a 1-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They're out and set. 1st and 10. They give to Brooks, running right. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. Chase Young bringing him down there. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Again, it's Brooks. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Here's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on 3rd down.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big meal between them and the first down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
The Saints add a 5th defensive back here. 3rd down coming up. That pass is complete to McBride. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the 1st.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
1st and 10 from the 41. Out of the gun, Daniels. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. Nearly an interception on that play, and it's going to be 2nd down. Motioning left is their running back. 2nd down and 10. Daniels. He sends this one to the end zone. And that is caught. It's a Washington touchdown. The Commanders take a 13-point lead. Seibert now to add the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Commanders double their lead to 14. It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flying. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. And he takes this across. Nope, beg your pardon. They're going to spot him right at the 35-yard line. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. 2 yards on the pickup, and that leaves him with 3rd down and 3.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there, making a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
Changing things up. They're going to throw now. Forced out to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Here's a give inside to Kamara. And he's going to work his way almost to midfield. That's stopped at the 48. A solid 8-yard gain there, and now they're going to have 3rd and 2. Throwing off the play fake here. And that one's caught along the left sideline. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
So we're at the 2-minute warning here from the Superdome. The Saints trailing in the early going. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 24. And he brings it in for a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints make it a one-score game before halftime. Chris Olave with the touchdown. Fairbairn connects on the extra point. And the Saints chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Now Daniels off the play action. Finds a seam down the middle. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. 1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. No luck on the connection. It's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So it'll be 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Catch made over the middle. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that'll be good for a Washington 1st.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Buying some time right. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, and you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
And he'll be brought down at about the 29. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Commanders will have a 1st. Again, Daniels to the air. He's on the move. No place to go, so he just threw it away.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover, wisely throwing it away.
On 2nd and 10 now, Daniels. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. That one intended for Trent McBride. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Throwing now, Daniels. And he will score. It's a Washington touchdown. The Commanders grow their lead just before halftime. Seibert now to add the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Commanders double their lead to 14. It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flight. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And this drive will start inside the 25.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. Here's Rattler. Got a man, it's Marvin Mims. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive. Gosh, you could just almost feel his eyes up here, Kate, getting huge, right? He was envisioning the return, and he simply dropped it. Got to secure that pick before you think of anything else.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Throwing his Rattler. Escapes the pocket. Fought off a tackle, but he lost the football! And it's a turnover. The defense has it. Well, he was fighting off defenders, trying for the extra yards. You understand it, but might have been what cost him and opened the door for that fumble.
Okay, you and I both know this game has changed so much in our lifetimes. It's evolved in so many different ways. But I promise you, you can go back to the 60s, the 70s, and many of these fumbles occur just like that. You break one tackle, you let up just a little bit, and the next guy comes home and delivers the devastating blow.
Here comes the final play of our first half. First down, and they go right back to him. And he stopped on a nice gain on what is the final play of this first half. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flight. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. They're going to start on the ground with Kamara. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
They stay on the ground with Kamara. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
First and 10 from the 41. Putting the tight end in motion. Rattler setting a throw. On the move, headed right. It's out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide to practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
It's a gain of a yard.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Has him on the quick hitter. That's the first down, and he's still going. He finds 37 yards on the play to move those chains.
I think one of my favorite adjectives, I don't know why, it just sounds good off the lips, is shred. Shredding paper. Shredding the slopes. Or a dude shredding a defense just like that.
And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
At the Commanders' 13-yard line.
Running behind center with Kamara. And they bring him down pretty quickly at the 10. Offense up to the line fast.
At the 10-yard line. That's a gain of 3.
Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And now they're staring at a 4th down. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
He's on the move. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Brooks on the give, headed right. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
They say about great outfielders in baseball, there's just something to them. They've got a knack, a feel, and instinct to take the right line, the right angle. For safeties, to create tackles for loss in the run game, it's the exact same attribute and skill set. Got to take that right angle and then go finish that runner.
From the gun, it's Daniels. Chased out to his right. They left him wide open. He's finally caught, and he lost the football. Oh, no, it's out! And the Saints grab it! And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
You know, in a situation like that, I mean, this is perfect situational football. Offensively, just get out of your own end zone. But those defenses, they can just smell it. It's like they taste it, and they know you've got your back against the wall. They're aggressive. They take the ball away. That is a win-win for this defense.
We'll have him gain about a handful there. Play brought to an end by Jonathan Grenard. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain. Not a game-changing play by any means. But one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
They give to Kamara, left side. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Working quickly here. They'll throw on 3rd and long. Kamara's got it. We'll head out of bounds after a small gain.
Awareness. Okay, you hear me and so many others talk about it a lot with quarterbacks, but it's critical for every unit on a football field. And for the defense right there, to have an awareness of knowing where the marker was and to make sure that completion wasn't going to move the chains.
Complete to Mims. And that tackle stops. Solid gain. And they drag him down just in time. He's shy of that marker. We've got a turnover on downs.
You go for it on 4th down. It's got to be something from the short list of plays you expect to work every time. If that one's on the short list, I think it's got to be reevaluated. Something wasn't working on it, and it cost them the possession.
Buys time, rolling right. And like an empty wrapper, he just throws that one away.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time in secondary, they got real sticky, stayed tight, and forced the throwaway.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Here's Daniels. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Putting a receiver in motion. Daniels throwing on 3rd. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Play fake here. Daniels. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection. Trying to find Trey McBride. So it's 2nd down coming up. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Third and long for him here. He puts everything behind this one. This is caught inside the 15. He makes it in for the Washington touchdown. much lengthen the lead at the end of the third. Seibert tacks on the point after. And the Commanders stretch their lead to 21.
Commanders 35, Saints 14. Austin Seibert.
It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flying. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
They're out and set. 1st and 10. Kamara running out of the gun. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 38. Dump off caught by his back.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's Saints ball as we start the 4th, but any efforts might just be futile facing that deficit.
14.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Now Rattler. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And no turnover. It's going to stay with the offense. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock. But now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble. They just forced.
They do. Got to bring a little bit of juice, but kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. Man, if I get that first cut, I can make them bleed. And you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next.
Olave with the catch.
You know, Kate, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Here he is to throw on 3rd and 2. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Desperation time here on 4th. He's got it to his running back. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. It's an 8-yard gain. What a great call on 4th down. It keeps this drive moving. They're set up at the 35 now. Rattler back to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Searching for Chris Olave with that one. And now it's 2nd down.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Second and 10 now. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Connects with Johnson. It's a pickup of 11. And that's good for a New Orleans 1st down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
He'll throw it yet again. Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete. Tried getting it to Chris Olave. And it sets up second down.
Perhaps a bit late breaking towards the ball, but still just enough time to get a finger on it and knock it away.
They send a man in motion. They'll throw on 2nd and 10. Into the hands of Olave. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
I feel so bad, I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today, because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
Broke through the tackle. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Now a run with Kamara. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Off the play fake, he'll throw. He rolls to his right. This one's taken in by Hill. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
It's one thing to draw all these routes up when you're in the pocket. It's quite another when a play breaks down. Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket and scramble. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
And he's in for the touchdown. The Saints get it back to within 2 possessions. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
And how about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
Well, don't look up at the clock, everybody. That is certainly not their friend as they get set to try an onside kick. And the Commanders are able to cover the kick. Well, kind of feels like we're starting to get to that point, Brock.
And what point is that, Kate?
You know, the bold point of the game where you have to try something bold could end up becoming a play that finally sinks them, though.
Yeah, it's time for desperation. Without a defensive stop here, it's really hard to lay out the scenarios for much success. Every second matters now when you don't come up with that onside kick.
Daniels on 1st down. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here. On 1st down, here's Daniels. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Catch is made in close. And that's a Washington touchdown. Well, this machine has been firing on all cylinders this game, partner. And it continues firing as that lead grows yet again.
And those who've tried to get in the way of that machine you're talking about, namely the defense, well, they paid the price over and over and over again.
It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flying. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Throwing now from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Brings up 2nd down.
Running right, it's Kamara. Cut back now to the sideline. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Offense hurrying to the line with the clock running. The Saints calling for a timeout, their first. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call's going to be on third down. Rattler to the air now. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. No luck finding his receiver that time. Fourth down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
He finds him beyond the marker. What a time to rip off that type of gain, huh? Gets him the first on fourth down.
Speed kills, baby. You better make that tackle right away on these receivers or you're going to get some serious yak. Those yards after catch just like that. Taking a short gain and turning it into an explosive play.
Here's Rattler. Trying to push it deep downfield. And now he's going to head out of bounds after a nice gain. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw. When you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
Kamara goes up and over for the touchdown. The Saints get it back to within 2 possessions. Alvin Kamara, the touchdown. And he has made this a habit this season. That's his 10th rushing touchdown so far. Point after, up and good by Fairbairn. And the Saints get it back to a 14-point game. So even after the score, they're still down 2 possessions. Time not exactly on their side as they try this onside kick. And the Commanders are able to cover the kick.
Hey. Don't lie. The numbers tell you, Kate, time and again, it is so hard to recover these onside kicks. And when you got an opponent prepared for it, well, that makes it even more difficult.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Wow, they're going to pass it here. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down. They motion the tight end over. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
That play is so impressive on so many levels. Not just because it saves a touchdown, Kate. He had to time that perfectly to knock it free without drawing a flag or letting him establish possession for the score. That is so, so good.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
Running back sent in motion. They connect for the first. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. One of their best play calls of this game, Brock, nets them 17 yards on 4th down and gets them the first. Again, Daniels to the air. Has it at the 7. And he drives this forward to the 6. The Commanders take a timeout. It's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. 1st and goal now as they try to pad this lead. Tight end going in motion here. Forced out to his right. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. Alontae Taylor has it.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Throwing from near his own goal line. Fits it through the middle. And he rips off a huge chunk of yardage before finally being brought down. The timeout's taken now as we have 1, possibly 2 snaps remaining in this ball game. Rattler. He's got time. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. So it's a win on the road for the Commanders. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the Commanders as we say so long from New Orleans.